close the whole committee meeting for September 28th, 2021 to order at 7 p.m. All members of council are present of the administration, the mayor, safety director Dennis Morley, our law director Rachel Claymore, our fire chief Ted Williams. If there's anyone recording this meeting as a courtesy to your fellow attendees, will you please identify yourself so we know they're being recorded. Seeing one, may you please around recording this meeting. We have no legislation proposed. Under legislation pending, we have legislation number 09-14-01, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of East Lake and Chagrin River Watershed Partners Incorporated and declaring an emergency. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to fill in the council people who were absent last time.
Yeah, we discussed this at the last council meeting. There will be a lease between the city of East Lake Chagrin Watershed. They will be going into the old post office. They will be doing all the work to model for them to put about 4 people in there to work. It is a 1-year lease, and we can extend it afterwards if it works out. It's $675 a month rent and $175 for utilities every month. And obviously there's no use in there right now, so we believe that will be a good use for that. Obviously we work with the watershed all the time, so that would be very good for us and them and the city. That is about it. If anyone else has any questions on it.
Any questions for the mayor? Mr. Kelly?
Yeah, I have one question, Mr. Mayor. Do you know if the mailbox will still be there or not?
The mailbox will still be there. The bank will still be there. If you go in, I don't know if you've ever been in there. That's where the POs were. So PO box. So the middle is Dave went in and kind of load-bearing wall. They're going to take that out and redo some things. We put a new hot water tank in. But other than that, they're going to do everything and pay for everything in there. And once they go, the more if they would leave, then the city will have a nice little office around. I think it's good use of that building for now. We threw around if we could get like a coffee shop or something in there, and it would probably be difficult and more traffic. So again, I'm just having 4 people in there. There should be no issue with parking or anything. We've already talked about all that.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Seeing none, this council as a whole committee meeting is adjourned at 7:03 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting of September 28, 2021, order at 7:03 p.m. Ms. Schmidt, may you please lead us in the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kucinich. Here. Mr. Cotton.
Here.
Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Ms. Schmidt. Here. Mr. Overstreet.
Here.
Mr. Myers.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the regular council meeting of September 28, 2021? Is there a second? Second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Kucinich.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Myers.
Yes. The motion is carried. The agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of September 14, 2021? Is there a second? Second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Kucinich.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
I abstain.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Myers.
Yes. The motion is carried. The minutes are approved. The next scheduled council as a whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October 12, 2021 at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council as a whole committee meeting. We don't have any motions. We don't have any communication provisions. Mr. Kucinich, I believe you have a Port Authority report.
I do. Port Authority is looking for a new recording secretary. Faith Anders resigned her position. So, thanks to Faith for her years of service to the Port Authority. And if anybody is interested in that position, they should contact a board member of the Port Authority. They will be, that job, I believe, will be put out for bid. Also, they discussed drawing up a conceptual plan for the lakefront area. So they were authorized is something that they would take, for example, to county commissioners to show what can be done by the lake, so that, they can hopefully get, interested investors to, invest in that. The, kite livery as of the end of last month took in $72,000 this year. And, there are a few outstanding tickets as far as, people who didn't put the stickers on their boats as they're supposed to every year, but that's very few. So most of the money for the sticker fees have been collected this year. And with that, I'm open for questions.
Any questions for Mr. Casoni? I actually have, two questions for you. What, and I know you brought this up before, what is the percentage that the, kayak rentals provide for in terms of compensation?
The Port Authority gets 15%.
And
There has been discussion of increasing that as well for next year, but that's, or later, an issue for later date.
And just for public record also, you guys are looking for a reporting clerk. Is that a paid position?
It is, but, not very much. It's a very part-time position. It does pay something.
Okay. Very good.
I've also found reports, and I'm waiting for them to get back again on something. The lease that we have right now, I believe, is null and void, with the port, with the, whatever it was, 90-year lease. Once we bought the property, we'll be no longer involved, so I think the lease is valid. We discussed it a little, we weren't having, any issues, so there was something that came up with the salmon club, so we're gonna look at that and sit down with Randy, we're gonna look at their, talk to their, small mortgage, and we'll go from there on that. I also talked to them, telling them possibly with the kayak next year, that they put something in there where they end up cutting grass and doing whatever building maintenance, because they're more in there right now. Those are some things, and we didn't go deep into it yet. I figured I'd wait a little bit here and then do it through the winter. You guys have that.
Very good. Mr. Overstreet?
You mentioned uncollected sticker fees.
Yes.
What happens to the people that don't pay the fee?
It's just like getting a parking ticket or something that the Port Authority has a law enforcement official called the harbor master, and he tickets people, and they can tell who owns every boat by the license number, and so the attorney Paul Miller can prosecute those cases every year. So usually they just send out a letter, and that usually resolves the matter. So it's actually been at least a couple of years since anybody's even gone to court over one. So it's rarely happens. But yeah, they get ticketed, and they have to pay the fine, just like if you're getting a parking ticket or something along those lines.
Any other questions? Okay. Don't believe we've had any other committee meetings. We will now move on to recognition of the public. Floor is open for recognition of the public. I remind speakers that all remarks will be directed to the chair. It will not involve personality. They're limited to 3 minutes per person and 30 minutes total. We have no one who is signed up to speak. Is there anyone who wishes to address council? Okay, seeing none, I'll also move on to Commissioner Fleshnick, who is here to present a couple of proclamations.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I want to say that I'm here on behalf of not just myself, but the Lake County Board of Commissioners, including our President, John Hammercheck, and Commissioner Ron Young. I'm honored to be the newest commissioner, but one of my best students has been recognizing the people who contributed so much to our community. And while everyone here deserves special recognition because East Lake Council and our mayor here have done an enormous amount to help our community get through both COVID-19 and the government shutdowns that followed, we do want to recognize 2 of your council people here tonight for their special volunteerism with Willow Praise Church and Painful Assembly of God, among others. In particular, the Board of County Commissioners want to celebrate the ministry of the Free Kids Lunch Program held Pastor Todd Foley and the Honorable James Overstreet, your two council members. Whereas James Overstreet has a long history of serving the people of Lake County and personally volunteered to prepare thousands of sandwiches for children in need. And whereas Pastor Todd Foley also has a long history of serving the people of Lake County as a man of faith and public servant. Whereas Willow Praise Church of Willowick, under the leadership of Pastor Larry Bogan, along with Painesville Assembly of God, Salvation Army in Painesville, Hollow Christ of 100 Youth at Care, Lake County Treasurer-elect and East Lake Councilman Mike Zurn, former Tim Lake Councilman Sherry Falkenberg, Willwood Councilman Charlie Malta, Asa Cox of Century 21 Homes, Revolution Pizza, Master Pizza, the East Lake Women's Club, and so many donors and volunteers came together to donate and provide free lunches to kids in need when local schools and the school lunch program closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas since March 2020, over 23,000 lunches were provided to children in need in Lake County, along with much needed shoes, socks, winter coats, and backpacks. And whereas these selfless volunteers, small businesses, churches, and community organizations went above and beyond to take care of our Lake County family with special celebrations for Easter, Halloween, and Christmas in July, we, the Board of Lake County Commissioners, congratulate the Honorable James Overstreet, the Honorable Todd Foley, for their exemplary commitment and unwavering passion in feeding the hungry, and extend our best wishes for continued success in their ministry of recognizing and meeting the needs of the Lake County community. We want to thank you, Councilman Foley and Councilman Overstreet. You've done a lot for all of us. Congratulations, Jim. You are a very good man. And you are a very good pastor.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I appreciate it. Is there anyone else wishing to address council again? Okay. Seeing no one, we have no legislation proposed. We'll move on to legislation pending. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-14-01? And this was placed on first reading at the last council meeting.
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of East Lake and Sugar River Watershed Partners Incorporated and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and reading compulsion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Abstain.
Mr. Swan?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Abstain.
Mr. Swan?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. We have no unfinished business, we have no new business. We'll move on to administrative reports. Our first report is from our Mayor and Safety Director, Dennis Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. President, and welcome to the city evening's meeting, everyone. Congratulations again to Jim and Todd on all your good deeds for our city and the people that we all represent. Appreciate passing of the watershed partner. I'm sure they'll be happy, get a hold of them later on that. I also have a proclamation that was sent to me today from Frank LaRose, our Secretary of State. As a result of the federal census of the 2020, the state of Ohio and various political subdivisions have been officially made Nelson B. For I, Frank LaRose, Secretary of State of Ohio, comply with provisions of Section 703.06 of the Ohio Revised Code in the state of Ohio. We would hereby make proclamations that municipal of East Lake and Lake County, according to the said federal census 2020, has a population of 17,670, and shall from after 30 days to the date of proclamation to the city of virtue of the accordance to Section 703.06 of the revised code in witness of hereof, the state seal of Ohio, the 21st day of September, the year of our Lord 2021, and of the independence of the United States of America, 245th, and statehood, Ohio, 280. Signed by Franklin Rose. We did go down about 907 people, which try and sort of boggles my mind, because unless everyone didn't do their census, it probably happened. We've had more houses built and everything, so don't quite understand that, but it is what it is. So that was our comment. The patience of myself and the residents in the harbor have finally come to a head. We met with the contractor, the owner of the contractor, Safer in the Harbor. They have some outstanding issues with change orders that we're working on, and they're still working on the seals. Some of the seals are leaking, but obviously I made it known that the weather's not going to be this way. We need to get paved down there. They already scheduled the paving. We're looking at a couple things. Maybe put 2 courses on in case we have to dig if there's another leak. They have the other people come in and try to get the other leaks done. They got 95% leaks handled, another 5%. So that's why we're thinking about the 2 courses for now. And putting a final in the spring, so in case they have to dig, it's not that more expensive moving forward. So that was all basically my call for the weekend. I do want to say one of the residents that did the payment, anonymous, not so nice voicemail about saying that, we're obviously widening, and I've said this in previous meetings, we're widening East Island. The fact that the police chief needed it wide, we're doing water lines down there for the fire, and we widened the road. So they see that pavement, that's more of an irritation that's being done before theirs. That's a city project. They're both city projects, one obviously we contracted out. We're doing the work, they're actually going to pave it tomorrow. East Island and our end will be done. The other thing with the water line that we made the deal with the county, we ended up giving them an extension until the end of the year. We talked to Randy Roethlisberger from Lee County Department of Utilities, because the contractor that ended up getting that job, that was supposed to be done by September 17th, cannot fire hydrants are back ordered until the end of December. So we called the county department of utilities to make sure that that's correct. The contractor just didn't have the time, and they concur that they're having problems getting water lines and getting hydrants. And then they have a bid out for Hewlett that's been delayed, and that they should have a bid back on October 13th. We'll go to the commissioners for their approval. Once that is, and they'll probably start hopefully sometime in end of October, November on that job to get Hewlett all their water lines in place, the whole street, and then obviously repave. And also under, as I told you, Angela has to be removed from the civil service, so I'm here to appoint Kara Hardy tonight to take her place. You don't have to vote on it under section 7-1. I just have, the mayor has 3 appointments, there's no need voting, that we're putting Kara Hardy in. And then I'm talking to the other person, he still may stay on it, not asking people to get back to our replacement him if he chooses to come off, which is Mr. McCall. I guess from what I'm seeing out there, I guess I have to state this every meeting. The property of the pier is not owned by the city of East Lake. I know we put out a survey about things that we wanted, and the piers out there, and I guess one of the people that are running for council saying and he's well aware that we don't own it. So sort of just want to make sure everyone knows we don't own it. Once we own it, we'll have everything in place to get grants and everything else to get it up and running. But at this point, we don't own it. Period. So there's nothing we can do for that period. I just want to make that clear once again. So I have a little bit of questions.
Are there any questions for the mayor? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'll move on to our fire chief, Ted Williams.
Thank you, Mr. President. I congratulate Councilman Bowley, Councilman Overstreet, and obviously
it's a huge, huge deal for our community to see what that is, so, you guys are good people, so, not surprised, but, congratulations. Other than that,
That's 2 meetings
Should
in a
we
row.
make that? That was my thought exactly. But it's. Are there any questions from the fire chief? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our law director, Randy Clymer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Congratulations to the council as well, and Mr. Stewart, you guys worked hard on all those projects last year. It was something to behold. The lawsuit that I mentioned at the last meeting has been accepted by Norma, so they've assigned counsel, so it's covered by the insurance company. And I kind of want to echo what the mayor said about, down at Galilee, and he took me over there so I could see how bad the roads look right now, because everything's been torn up. I didn't understand the depth of what the people are going through there. And I know they've been patient, so I want to thank them as well. And we did have some meetings with CT, and the mayor had some meetings today with the contractors and CT, try to at least get partial paving there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of moving parts, but those residents, as I understand it, have been patient, so I just want to thank them.
Are there any questions from the law director? Okay, seeing none, anyone have anything else? All right. Meeting is adjourned at 7:22 p.m.
No, I don't need to. Todd, the thing you go to the permits, when they set that up, you guys do the pictures then, or how?
We did that.
Oh, I gotta do that.
It's not like Willoughby Hills.
It'll be out. That's fired. That's why I was curious. I don't know why they.
It's okay.
Somebody did.
I was